Welcome to the Dodgers Blue News channel. Before the news, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Now, let's get to the Dodgers news.
Hey there, Dodgers fans. Today we're diving into another MLB trade rumor, and as always, things are heating up behind the scenes. Right in the middle of it all, a potential move is emerging that could benefit both sides of Los Angeles. The Angels remain active in the market, still looking to fine-tune their roster as they continue chasing a spot in the American League playoffs. Even after adding 2 veteran players this week, there's still room for more moves. On the other side, the Dodgers are watching closely, and a trade involving Dustin May and Luis Rengifo is starting to take shape. It's the kind of move that seems to make perfect sense for both clubs. Dustin May, still looking to rediscover his best form after a long time away, could find a fresh start in Anaheim. The 27-year-old right-hander holds a 4.85 ERA with 97 strikeouts across 104 innings this season. The Angels, in need of stability in their rotation, could see May as a high-upside addition. Meanwhile, Luis Rengifo is emerging as a valuable piece for the Dodgers infield. After a tough start to the season, the Venezuelan has turned things around at the right time. He's hitting .283 this month with 1 home run and 7 RBIs, showing more consistency. Against fastballs, his numbers are even better: 52 hits and 2 home runs on the year. Both players are in decisive moments of their contracts, which could help accelerate a deal. If Rengifo comes over, he brings versatility and depth to a roster that's looking to be fully prepared for October. And if May heads out, it opens up an opportunity for him to reset and for the Dodgers to reshape the roster where needed. For the Dodgers, acquiring Luis Rengifo could be a smart, strategic addition that goes beyond immediate stats. In a team already packed with established stars and promising young talent, the value of a player like Rengifo lies in his versatility, his experience in both leagues, and his ability to contribute in different roles throughout a long season. Rengifo is an infielder who can play multiple positions, something that's highly valued within the Dodgers system. He has experience at second base, third base, and shortstop, giving the coaching staff added flexibility to manage player rotations through the final stretch of the regular season and into the playoffs. That's especially important when considering the recent injury history of some key players on the roster. Rengifo's overall batting average this season, .244, might not stand out at first glance, but his recent performance points to a player trending upward. With a .283 average at the plate this month, he's clearly adjusting and improving. His OPS of .613 remains below league average, but he compensates with defensive consistency and strong baseball instincts. He's not a player who relies solely on power or speed. He understands positioning, timing, and how to contribute tactically. He's also shown solid production against fastballs, batting .280 in those matchups. That kind of situational strength can be used strategically against specific pitchers, especially in tight games where production from the bottom of the order can tilt the outcome. In the current context for the Dodgers, who are looking to add depth without giving up major farm system assets, Rengifo fits as a practical solution. He wouldn't require a large prospect return, has a contract nearing its end, and would help fill a clear need for an experienced, multi-position infielder. On the other hand, moving on from Dustin May does carry symbolic weight. He's been a part of the organization for years and showed flashes of brilliance. But considering his recent injuries and the fact that he's still working to regain top form, this trade could ultimately work out well for both sides. The Dodgers have rotational depth and may be in a better position right now to bring in someone who can help immediately, like Rengifo. This potential deal also reflects the balanced approach the Dodgers have taken. They're not just chasing big names, but targeting players who bring real value on the field, with clear roles and defined responsibilities. Rengifo wouldn't arrive as a headline star, but as a player who can strengthen the collective, a key piece for a team with championship goals that understands every detail matters in the big moments. For Luis Rengifo, the opportunity to wear a Dodgers uniform would represent a significant change in competitive environment and organizational structure. He would be moving from a team like the Angels, who in recent years have struggled to establish themselves as a true contender in the American League, to one of the most well-structured, organized, and consistent franchises in all of Major League Baseball. Joining the Dodgers system isn't just about putting on a new jersey, it's about adapting to a model of excellence based on performance analysis, continuous development, and attention to every detail of the game. From the pitching department to offensive preparation, defensive positioning, and the management of both physical and mental workload throughout the season, everything with the Dodgers is guided by a blend of science, experience, and results. Rengifo would have access to a highly qualified coaching staff, with specialists for every aspect of the game, and an infrastructure designed to bring out the best in every athlete. It's the kind of environment that has historically helped players take the next step in their development. Names like Chris Taylor, Max Muncy, and even J.D. Martinez went through positive transformations after entering the Los Angeles system, fine-tuning key parts of their swing, defense, or game awareness that made a real impact on their performance. Rengifo would also be surrounded by a group of players who understand the importance of every detail. On a team like the Dodgers, no one takes the field without knowing exactly what their role is. That kind of clarity makes it easier for players like Rengifo to integrate, especially someone who can play multiple positions, fill different spots in the lineup, and adjust to the needs of the roster. Offensively, Rengifo wouldn't need to carry the load as one of the team's main producers. With stars like Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Shohei Ohtani leading the way, he would have more space to focus on playing his game with consistency, getting on base, putting the ball in play, executing situational hitting, and being timely in pressure moments. That freedom often helps players find a more stable rhythm and build confidence naturally over time. Defensively, his versatility could be a huge asset. The Dodgers regularly use infield rotation strategies, either to manage workloads or to exploit specific matchups against different opponents. Rengifo could be a support piece or even a key starter in critical moments, depending on performance and team needs. And with the experience he already has in the league, he would be ready for that responsibility. Another key factor is the impact that playing for a franchise like the Dodgers can have on a player's career. The exposure is greater, the games get more national attention, and the player competes regularly in meaningful matchups, whether it's for playoff positioning, a rivalry series, or a division title. That heightened atmosphere can bring new motivation and, in many cases, accelerate a player's development. If Rengifo were to land with the Dodgers, he would have the chance to redefine his career path. He wouldn't be asked to be a star, but he'd receive all the support needed to deliver his best baseball. And if he takes advantage of the opportunity, he could become a reliable piece on a roster that's always aiming high. For a player showing signs of growth and maturity, this move could be the right step at the right time. Looking at all the elements involved, the potential trade between the Dodgers and Angels involving Luis Rengifo and Dustin can be seen as a balanced move, with clear benefits for both teams. It's not a blockbuster deal built for headlines, but rather a strategic exchange rooted in need, context, and market value. For the Dodgers, bringing in Rengifo adds a versatile, experienced, and informed player who can help stabilize the roster heading into the final stretch of the season. In a scenario where infield depth is crucial, especially considering injuries or fluctuations in performance, Rengifo fills a clear gap. He provides defensive steadiness, the ability to shift into multiple roles, and a recent upward trend in offensive output. He's not meant to be a headliner, but to strengthen the collective, a quality the Dodgers value and know how to use effectively. This deal represents the kind of smart deadline move that well-run teams look for, solving a clear need without sacrificing future assets, reallocating players with relative value, and preparing the roster for bigger challenges with balance and efficiency. The Dodgers reinforce their infield without losing key pieces, while the Angels gain a pitcher with rebound potential in an area of clear need. Ultimately, it's a deal that makes sense from a technical, financial, and tactical perspective. Each team is operating within its current reality, thinking about both the present and the midterm future. And for Rengifo and May, It's the chance to start a new chapter in their careers with new challenges, new goals, and the opportunity to show their value in different settings. Now we want to hear from you. What do you think about this possible trade between the Dodgers and Angels? Do you believe Luis Rengifo could become an important piece for Los Angeles down the stretch? Share your thoughts in the comments. See you next time, Dodgers Nation.